cricket with Barney and spend a lot of time with him. He's extremely generous, but I was not surprised after playing a lot of cricket down at the Valley that when the vicar handed him the rings that he dropped it. Everyone was shocked, but I knew it was going to happen. Anyway, without any further ado, please let's hear it for Barney.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of my new wife and I, welcome! Welcome to the place that I've had the good fortune to grow up, a place where I haven't lived for 10 years, yet still call home. The Coolsworthy Leisure Centre. For those of you that don't know, this is a place of action, adventure, fun, games, rosé, Exmoor ale, spaniels, rain, sun, laughter, a place of Haywoods, a couple of Osmonds, and now 150 of you lovely lots, so welcome. I might actually lower this a little bit, which is actually really embarrassing.
He's wearing heels.
There we go. That's it. There we go.
How's that for
Now, as part of the groom speech, I've obviously got to say some deserved thank yous. So I'm going to start by thanking all of you. North Devon is a very, very long way for most of you. For some of you, it's about 5 minutes away, so I'm not saying thank you to you here, but the rest of you, thank you so much. It means so much to myself and Sarah that you have made the journey to come to the beautiful, sunny North Devon. Thank you so much. You've made our special day even more special. I'd also like to say a big thank you to all of you who have kindly bought us presents for the start of our new life together. And for those of you that have yet to buy presents, I'd like to thank you in advance. So, I'd also then like to say a few words about my new parents-in-law. Jane and Mike. Now, this bit's going to be ad-lib because I wasn't sure if I was going to say this because I thought it might be a little bit off the cuff, but given Michael just put my childhood toy Rabby in front of all of you, I'm going to go for it. So there are a few things you might not know about Mike and Jane. Some of you do. The main one being that despite their Surrey roots, they are in fact Brummies. That's right, full-blown Peaky Blinders. So, as I'm married now to a Brummie, I thought I would do a little research as to the history and culture of Birmingham. So, the very first thing that pops up when you Google Birmingham, and I quote, "The Birmingham accent has a strong stereotyped image in the UK. The accent is often seen as the most unpleasant form of the spoken English. However, it goes on to say, despite the negative press, Birmingham has actually been voted one of the top friendliest places in the UK. So, I've been rude and polite. They may have lost their accents and they may well be saying that they are posh Surrey people now. But the important part is the second bit of the Googled quote, and that is how friendly and kind they are. Jane and Mike, you have been so welcoming to me since I met you all those years ago. I could not ask for nicer and kinder parents-in-law, and thank you so much for making everything possible today. So just a little toast and cheers to Mike and Jane. So we move on to my parents.
It's all right, Rach, I got you. Someone pour it.
Toby Hayward. The ex-investment banker turned into head groundskeeper of Causeway House. Rachel Antitetler turned into food influencer extraordinaire.
Shall I go to the kitchen? Follow it.
You have given myself and my sister Daisy, who I may go on to talk about later, the best upbringing in beautiful North Devon. The love and support you have shown my sister has been truly quite amazing. Thank you so much in making today possible and allowing us to use the Callsworthy Leisure Centre. It's interesting, one of the things that myself and Toby would speak about over sort of the years was that you should try and emulate the, if possible, and where appropriate, the success of your father. Now, for those of you that don't know, my grandfather, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago, was a pioneering breast cancer surgeon that indirectly saved millions of lives and liberated a concentration camp, which is obviously a fantastic thing, but very difficult if you're Toby Hayward to try and emulate that. However, in his own special head groundskeeper, ex-banker kind of way, he managed to. To Ma, the love and support you have shown both me and Daisy, and now Daisy's new sister-in-law, Sarah, has made all the difference in what can only be described as the best childhood someone could wish for. On behalf of myself and Sarah, I only hope we can emulate the marriage that both you two and Jane and Mike both have. Now, I couldn't get married without saying a few words about a very special two people. Not many people are lucky enough to have their grandparents at their wedding, but I am fortunate enough to have my maternal grandparents here, Grandpa and Grandma, Dudley and Barbara, Sir Duds and Lady Babs. 64 years married. I will get tips. Ma, and what an example you have given to myself and Sarah. Ma, Pops, Jane and Mike, Barbara, Dudley, you have taught us how to do marriage. We love you, we're so grateful and so thankful for everything you've done to make today happen. Okay, some more thank yous. To the self-proclaimed third most important person at the wedding, my sister Daisy Hayward. So for those of you that don't know my sister, when I first introduced Sarah to Daisy, I said, it will be very obvious whether or not Daisy loves you or hates you. And you'll know within 5 seconds which one it is. So we went to a little place at Mayfair and had a nice dinner. Daisy left half an hour before we did. Straight away I get a text message. I'm thinking, okay, this is the verdict. And I quote, 10 out of 10, don't fuck it up. Well, I'd like to say I didn't. Because she's now my wife. Daisy, thank you so much for everything over the years. I couldn't have asked for a better sibling. What else did you want me to say? I can't remember. We've always been very close, and I see how close you are now to Sarah, and it makes me so happy, and I love you, and thank you for everything you've done today. So a little nod to absent family members that couldn't be here from both sides. The original Haywards, Uncle Tig, my grandma, Pampa, Annie, Norman, Yvonne and John, we all miss you so much, and you're very much in our thoughts today. Now to my ushers. Usher. I had to, I'm sorry. It's so bad. I might have stolen that from someone here who got married last year as well, so. Full Thank you all so much for making today happen. I've known you all for many different lengths of time in my life. Some of us have shared baths together as children. And some of us have shared manly showers together after a rugby game at school and university. In my opinion, that is the true sign of friendship. Charlie, Michael, Ollie, Will, Chris, you guys have been such great friends to me over the years. Thank you for everything. And also a special thank you to the self-proclaimed King of South Molton and North Devon, Fred Kingdon, for being MC today. To the bridesmaids. Some of you have worked with Sarah at YMU, and some of you have met at trendy art schools. Some are family, and some are family as of today. Minnie, Lucy, Daisy and Molly, thank you so much for all your love and support you have shown Sarah and now myself, and all your love and support in making today happen. Thank you so much. Come on, let's go. To my best man and to the maid of honours. Felix, Toddy and Kathy, thank you so much for all your hard work in making today happen. The love and support, again, I just feel like I'm saying love and support a lot actually. I should have. Thank you so much in making today happen. You guys are fantastic and we love you so much. And thank you. Now, we have gone past the thank you part of the evening. And why don't we talk a little bit about my new wife, Miss Sarah Jane Hayward. Mrs. Sarah Jane Hayward. Forgot the Mrs. bit. Now, I thought we'd start talking a little bit about the things we have in common and the things that we both love. Naturally, when you're getting married, our both love of God's country, Devon. As you may have noticed, with the gin and the flags and all the other things, that I'm a big fan of this county, and so is Sarah's family too, as they lived down in South Devon, which, for those of you that don't know, is the posh bit. The love that you have for this place is so apparent, and I'm so grateful that you agreed to get married in the Causeway Leisure Centre. Our joint love of Johnny Wilkinson. But I must say, it's for different reasons. The way he kicked that drop goal in 2003 was a pure aberration to Sarah, and I could never stop staring at his eyes. Her willingness to marry into a ski family. As you know, or many of you know, I'm a big ski fan and used to be a ski instructor. But when Sarah decided to learn to ski, realising that she should probably learn to ski if she wanted to continue spending lots of time with me, she said, I gave her a guy I used to work with and said, you can teach her, because I thought it would be a bad idea to have me teaching her. And Sarah's first words to her ski instructor were, by the way, Sam, I'd quite like to marry this one, so you need to make me a good skier pretty fucking quickly. So let's talk about how my charm got the girl. The year was 2021, in the midst of COVID. My 30th, coming in hot. Time to find a girlfriend. There she was, this beautiful, smart, successful woman who'd agreed to go on a date with me. I thought, this can't be right. She must think I'm someone else. But after a long and very single lockdown, and one never to give up on a date with a pretty girl, I thought, I'm going for it. Now, a couple of things I've thought about is what sealed the deal with Sarah Jane. What made this girl sit up, take note, and think, this strawberry blonde, he's one for me. It's strawberry blonde, okay? Was it my witty banter? Was it that we're both terrible dancers? You guys are in for a treat later. Was it that I made my life seem more glamorous than it is by saying I was a top city banker? Or was it the 3 bottles of rosé and 4 espresso martinis that we drank that really sealed the deal? I thought, how can a girl who spends her times with fancy meetings in Soho houses, meeting the world of entertainment, and whose idea of a work event is going to the National Television Awards, possibly want to date a guy who spends his time at silly mid-on, dropping catches, getting no runs, and trying to work out whether or not he wants a Thatcher's or a pint of tribute after the game? So, soon after that, I realised she was the one. And I thought, if I buy her the palest of rosés, kept her laughing, I would be lucky enough to spend the rest of my life with the beautiful Sarah Jane Hayward. So here we are, a few years later, after that first date, and a new, married, beautiful brunette spending her time with me, the strawberry blonde. Some could say the North Devon's Harry and Meghan. Like when they were popular, like a couple years ago, not now. No, not now. You know, the Windsor bit. You know, not the Oprah bit. Jeez, guys, come on. And here we are, married in my favourite place in the world, with our favourite people in the world. And I can't quite believe that I get to call you, Sarah, my wife. You are kind, funny, weird, organised. The creative director to my CFO. And I think we can all agree that Sarah looks absolutely stunning today. Turns out this strawberry blonde's got a bit of game. Sarah, thanks for making today happen. I love you. Always have, always will. Cheers to you.
Yeah.